The canopies, and they are massive, they're very heavy, which helps them do what they're supposed to do. They represent a ceiling for the stage that's movable. And if you have a small ensemble, a string quartet, and the room needs to be a little smaller, you bring the canopies down, so the ceiling of the stage is lower. If you have a larger group, chamber orchestra, you bring them up a bit. If full orchestra, you bring them up even more. Add a chorus, you bring them up even more. If you have the organ involved, you make them even higher. The sound energy needs a place to go. And if you have a huge ensemble making a big sound and the canopies are low, it almost distorts because the energy doesn't really have a place to go. When you raise the canopies higher, there's more room and it's a more suitable place for that kind of sound. In essence, we can make this room many different rooms acoustically.
I can tell you that it was a very bothersome step to the Pei architects. That was one of the aspects of this room that disturbed them the most, and they disparagingly called it a Starship Enterprise. The part of the canopy that you see is the part that is brightly lit and curves out at the front, but there are actually 4 canopies to the side and along the rear. They are all part of the canopy system and they all affect the acoustics.
It's adjusted fairly frequently, not so much during a concert, although that has been done. I remember a concert 10, 12 years ago where we had a Mozart piano concerto in the first half, small orchestra, smallish, refined sound, and the Bruckner Ninth Symphony in the second half. Bruckner wrote for a huge orchestra. He was an organist and he envisioned a cathedral-type sound when he wrote his symphonies. So we had a big change at intermission, and we essentially had 2 different rooms. The guest conductor, Jesus Lopez Cobos, said he didn't know any hall in the world that could provide the ideal acoustic for 2 such different pieces on the same program.